Hello, it's Khadijah. I'm back with another video. As you can hear, my washer is going. I don't know what, for some reason, I feel like I get the urge to want to do a video even when my washer is going. I don't know what that's about, but hopefully it doesn't distract from the message. I always say that. But we have to be careful with manipulation in the pulpit. And this is not to talk about people in the pulpit. This is about you having your own platform and you being the person, not being a manipulative person. And so the Lord convicts me always when I see something happening that is more so a reminder to me that, okay, don't do this, or you're possibly doing this. So it's never about the individual. And I just want to stress that, because sometimes I feel like we can get so caught up in telling other people how they should live their life that we will sometimes negate that we too can fall into that place. And so that's why I always want to make that aware, that it's not that I'm talking about people or trying to make people look bad. It's like, no, this is more so for me, so the Lord can remind me, like, this too could be you, or you are actually doing this. And so I've already talked about where I have been in a place where I've been manipulative, and I learned, like, I can push certain people's buttons and I can say certain things to get people to do things to what I wanted them to do it, and things like that. And the Lord convicted me on it and said, you are a manipulator, and that's not okay. Because of course anybody and everybody should have the choice to do what they want to do. But if you feel coerced, just like when we hear about the people who falsely go into jail because after someone has talked to you for hours on hours, you probably like, this has never happened to me, but we hear about it, and I've actually never talked to someone who's gone through this, so I can't actually say this like something that I know firsthand. However, we've seen where in movies where people constantly talk to you about something and you're like, okay, enough. So they admit to it, and they probably didn't even do it. And so it's the same way with manipulation. It's just like someone doesn't want to do something, but the way you keep talking to them and addressing a situation, it makes them feel guilty if they don't do this. And so we have to be careful in this, of course, ourselves. However, being careful with the people that we're listening to and under it, making sure that these people aren't operating under manipulation, because we don't realize how much credit we give people and I say power, but who have a platform or who have a following. We don't realize how much power we give them over our lives to actually tell us what we should and shouldn't do. And the Lord, like I said, convicts me about this because I have a prayer call that I do with my family. And of course, if I've been stressed about something, or if I hear something that has happened that could have happened with one of my family members that are on the call, it's easy for me to try to make and I say sermon, but make a teaching about that situation. And the Lord said, don't use me like that. Do not do that to manipulate someone into feeling bad, because the Lord said there's no condemnation in Him. So it's not about us feeling bad or guilty and trying to change our ways. It's like, no, I'm feeling convicted and saying, okay, yeah, this is an area that I need to work in. But it's not up to me to try to make that happen in an individual. Yeah, I have to always speak truth. I have to always, and of course we can get, I say, offended, or we can feel convicted, and there's nothing wrong with feeling convicted, but it's just like we have to make sure that what we're operating under, as far as like being the one who's teaching or the person who is teaching, making sure that it's not under manipulation and it's truly under the unction of the Holy Spirit. This is, of course, a whole, like, it could be a drawn out thing to go into deeper details, but I think it's simply put, it's just like making sure your ear is tuned to the Lord. And the Lord is never going to manipulate someone to try to make them do something. He's always, attentive to us, and He tells you the way to go. But it's just like, if you don't want to do it, then that's up to you. I can't make a person do something, and I shouldn't try to make someone do something or feel bad for not doing something. And so I know that was kind of a mouthful, but I think we get the purpose that manipulation is not good, and we could actually be operating under that if we're not careful. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like I always say, sa cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.